show till y'all get in here. Melanie and Rusty have made it. Everybody give Melanie and Rusty a warm welcome. Thank you for coming. Melanie and Rusty actually are not originally from this area, but they are great supporters of local music. So I love you guys for coming out and supporting and loving the Bonnie Kate like you were raised here, like I was. So welcome out, everyone. We have a star-studded lineup for tonight. It's all girls, and poor little Jason and Gabe got drug into it somehow. I don't know. They may be in a love-hate relationship with us girls by the time the night's over with. But when we started this process of putting together shows for the talent showcase here at the Bonnie Kate, we wanted to do things that are kind of not being done already in the area. And so when Tom asked if I would be interested in hosting the show, of course I said yes. That I think it's wonderful for our community to have such a historic theater that has been so many different things over the years. I won't go into the history like I did last year. I felt like, or last month, that was kind of I think I taught everybody in here something though, didn't I? It was originally built by a coal baroness. This theater was, and it was mainly for silent movies and theater, of course, and later on it became the host to the Barrel of Fun show, which was broadcast all along the East Coast, and I even taught myself a fact about that. Millions tuned into that, and it was from right here where you guys are sitting tonight. So if you love history like I do, and I know Ella, she, can I go ahead and announce? Because this is kind of leading up to that. Ella says, I love this place, it's beautiful, and we had talked earlier today about our love for history and architecture and things like that. She's from a small town as well, and I'll get into that in her interview, but she said, well, I'll tell you what I want to do tonight is any sales. Ella has, Momma Molasses out here has a table set up. So if you buy a t-shirt or any of her merchandise, or if you even put anything in her tip, she's giving it to Bonnie Kate. I thought that was really sweet. So she's already given back, and she is excited, and I know Jen is excited to be a part of a show that's filmed here. And this is being filmed, I'll say that. And Tom has done a wonderful job of putting together. It takes him a minute to do it because I think he works by himself, don't you? So it's not going to be tomorrow when you see it, but it takes him a minute to get, because he has 3 different cameras here. So I know he's a man of many talents on the soundboard and with these cameras, and I think what him and Karen are trying to do is so wonderful for our community. But I'm so glad that you all came out tonight, and I hope you have a wonderful time. I know that us girls are planning on having a good time, so so I'm going to do a few original songs before we get into the interviewing, and then we just want y'all to sit back and to have a good time. If you feel like clapping, please clap. If you feel like booing, keep those to yourselves. So here we go. And this is my husband, John Gable. He's accompanies on bass, and he's usually my sound man and the bus driver and the many jobs he has to, and he puts up with me. That's the big one. Never get over you. How am I supposed to be happy seeing you with someone else? It's broke my heart to pieces. That's all I have. I've tried running, I've tried hiding.
fighting. That didn't help at all, and I don't know what else I can do. And now I know I'll never get over you. Say time is the healer of all wounds. Better hurry up, it better come on soon. I know I should be a little bit stronger. I can't wait any longer. I've tried to run it, I've tried hiding. I've packed up and give up, and I've wore myself out fighting. That didn't help at all, and I don't know what else I can do. And now I know I'll never get over you. I've tried to run it, I've tried hiding. I've packed up and give up, and I've wore myself out fighting. That didn't help at all, and I don't know what else I can do. And now I know I'll never get over you. I've tried running, I've tried hiding. And now I know I'll never get over you.
Well, thank you. That matters when nobody leaves when you do your original material. I'm going to lighten the load up here. I thought I'll do a slow one and then I'll pick it up a little bit. My writing can get deep sometimes, but this one's one that I wrote in lieu of us having a 15-year-old, and Tom knows what's coming up. You know the story behind this one. A lot of parents say, okay, when you're 18, you're out of the house. We're doing the opposite. When he's 18, we're leaving him with the house, the responsibility, the bills, all that, and we're leaving. We have a little travel trailer, so we're hitting the road. That's right, that's right. We deserve it, don't we? This is one I wrote. It's called Gypsy Soul.
It's the same old situation, another day is come and gone. There's no one else around me, and I don't even have a light on. I imagine I'm in another town with no intentions of settling down. Sometimes I feel like I'm moving on. Round and around, gypsy soul, I ain't got nowhere to go. I wanna head down the road I know I've never crossed. Round and around, gypsy soul, where I stop nobody knows. And just because I wander won't mean I'm lost. I'm gonna pack up everything I got and pull on into another spot. might end up down in a Walmart parking lot. No destination in mind, no worries of being on time. Where I land is where I lay my head. Round and around, gypsy soul, I got nowhere to go. I wanna head down the road I know I've never crossed. Round and around, gypsy soul, where I stop nobody knows. And just because I wander won't mean I'm lost. Round and around, gypsy soul, I ain't got nowhere to go. I wanna head down a road I know I've never crossed. Round and around, gypsy soul, where I stop nobody knows. And just because I wander won't mean I'm lost. And just because I wander won't mean I'm lost. Just because I wander won't mean I'm lost.
All right, here's the part where I call up Jen and get Jason up here, and we're going to start a little bit of an interview, and we're going to listen to them. So bear with us while we switch everything over. We're on. Okay. So as I told you all earlier, I think you're in for a treat tonight. But Jen and I met through, of course, our love of music.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. And Jason, of course, we met you before, but
Yeah,
I don't think you didn't remember meeting Gabe.
I'm horrible with remembering
okay.
everything
That's
except for
okay.
words.
Well, I just want to, I think this is a very interesting process because it's like a behind the scenes to the artists, the local,
Yeah.
So I think it's important that people in our area know where we're from, how our sound reflects on what that the audience are getting ready to hear, okay? So Jen, I did get to talk to her on the phone, and she kind of spoke for you. So if anything is
Wonderful.
wrong facts, it's her fault.
Gotcha.
So this is Jen Fields and Jason Wilson here of the Green Rumours. So
My apologies, Gabe.
Jen and I were talking, was it the day before yesterday?
It was, yeah.
Okay, so I did a quick phone call with her, but I was just talking to her about kind of with her background. So she started in theater?
I did. Yeah, I did.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So this is always like sort
Wait a
of.
minute, okay. Thought that, all right, is that better?
Can I mess with all our necklaces?
Okay, it's gonna be good. I won't move, I'll just sit like this the whole time.
Yeah, so I did. I've done theater since high school, really, and this is always like a moment where I struggle with like being embarrassed about it, but at the same time I'm kind of proud about it. Like I haven't been singing very long, really, in the scheme of my life. I started singing when I was 30. It was something that I always wanted to do, and I met someone who knew somebody who taught voice lessons, and I remember every like cell in my body being like, that's what you need to be doing. And so I talked to her and started voice lessons, and then Jay and I have been friends for like 20 years, and we were in a play together, and he didn't know that I sang at that point.
And you barely did, right? You barely knew that
Well,
you sang at that
I
point.
had just started, but somehow I got like the lead in this play, and so it
Side
was
note
like,
there, I've got to say the lead was actually Audrey Williams, which is a notoriously horrible singer. So Jen's character actually had to sing horrible on purpose.
but you heard on purpose.
Which I thought was pretty funny.
But you heard me off stage.
True, this
Yes,
is true.
yeah. So, and he was I'm like, you didn't sign me up because you're like, dang, that's really bad. Let's let's start writing together.
Start a band.
Yeah, let's
So
start a
you
band.
you all reconnected through the theater,
We did,
right?
we did.
And then that's when you started performing a little bit together?
We started writing together.
Or
and
writing
singing together.
first,
Yeah. Both simultaneously.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's been, gosh, like 7-ish years ago, something like that. And so we started a band together. We did that for a while, and then I had some other things going on in my life, and I left the band. But then we started back together. I'm just gonna knock your guitar out of tune. Is that fine?
Outstanding.
Sweet. We started writing together again as a duo, and since then it just has exploded.
Okay, and when you say exploded, like this is some big stuff that's going on with you all. Okay. I'm so proud, and Jen and I kind of got really acquainted through kind of the same way with Ella, and that's through, I feel like the female songwriter circle in our area is
tiny.
Little. It's tiny. It is very tiny. So I think it's important as a female songwriter to another female songwriter, and Ella as well, that there's a good support system in place. And I'm a build-up person, not a tear-down person. So when I met Jen, it was like, I'm so excited for you. You know, it was actually through that songwriting contest we started chatting that day.
Yes.
For the Down Home for
We
the
did.
Tennessee State Song or something. I don't know, for tourism or something campaign.
Yeah.
You didn't make it in. Did you make it in?
Well, we did the show, but we
showcase.
didn't. Yeah, they picked one person, and so
then it
no, we
was-
didn't. Yeah.
Neither one of us
got a
represent
good-
the state of Tennessee with our song, but that doesn't matter because we
They were giving out guitar picks, by the way. I don't know if you picked any of them.
You're like, I got that.
didn't get any.
We got a guitar pick.
I didn't even get that. I didn't get that.
Yeet.
Ella was in
got
it.
some.
I was like, Ella was
Yeah,
there.
me and Ella-
She
me and
played
Ella
in it
cleaned
too. She played in it too.
I just like started putting them in my
Yep.
Yes.
I didn't find out until later, and I was like, how'd y'all get these guitar picks? Like, where did this come from?
But that's how we met, was through that whole weird process. I thought that was a weird
When you
process.
saw us, it was a weird thing, but like we did Jackdaws together forever, and then there was a weird night that like they had someone out, and so I filled in, and that's the
That's the
night
night we met.
that we met, and then it was shortly after that the songwriters thing happened. And we started talking about women in songwriting and like this area and how it's like, and we had talked about it, and then I just sat outside and talked to Ella, and we couldn't come up with two hands
There's
in
not
this
two
area
hands in this area that I
of
know
women
of.
songwriters, which is, you know,
I feel like we're an oddity, maybe a little bit.
a little bit,
Like it or not.
So.
But I was so proud of you when you were telling me. I knew, because I had saw through your Facebook posts and things like that you guys had been recording in Nashville. But I didn't even know the extent of it until you were telling me all about it. So tell kind of briefly what happened there, okay, with your all's opportunity. That's
Craziest thing, it was kind of out of left field. We got really lucky. Like the right person heard one of our songs, and Roger Miller, if you know who Roger Miller is, of like King of the Road.
Yeah, like who
fame,
doesn't,
yes.
right?
His son Dean sent a message to the Green Rumours. He heard one of our songs and was like, you know, who's promoting and marketing you? And I was like, us.
Yeah, like
so
I-
yeah, like who would be? And he was like, I think that I could help you all if you would call me, and he gave me his cell phone number. And as anybody would do, I was like, this is clearly spam.
Right.
This is spam.
So you
I
did.
don't think I'm going to answer it. And so I sort of told Jay about it, and I told my dad about it. And my dad was like, well, you just send me the email. And so I sent it to him. And then he had like a sit down with me. And it's like, I think you should just call. I think you should just call. And I think this might be, I think you'll regret it if you don't. So
You're
we
not having
called.
regrets right now.
Yeah. So we just called, just
Regrets.
called, and I talked to him, and then the next thing I know, we're in Nashville recording with a star lineup of musicians that.
In a great recording studio too, by the way. Omni
Gosh,
Sound
yeah.
Studios down there.
Top notch.
Yeah, historic. It was really cool to see all the gold records, platinum records on the wall.
yes.
Travis Tritt's is actually in the restroom.
Yeah.
I don't know if they mean anything by that, but
Like if it's in the bathroom,
I mean,
does that
yeah.
mean?
it was like, hey, Travis.
It was very humbling. It was
Very
very,
nice.
to come into that caliber, like just to give you a rundown, we had Mark Beckett, who is the house drummer for the Grand Ole Opry. We had Michael Spriggs, who has played with everyone from Elton John to Alabama. We had Janae Fleener, who just got nominated for Musician of the Year for fiddle, for the CMAs. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was just like a moment of like, we walked into that space. Steve Henson, who is like a tornado. He's a tornado.
He's still guitar player. He's an outstanding guy too.
Put this much of a clip on Facebook of
I know, just
sample, like enough to kill me, you know. But let me tell you, my heart, I was just so happy for you all. Like I'm so, like it's almost like somebody's making it, you know. So somebody's making it, you know.
I mean, this may or may not be anything.
When we get there.
Yeah, I was like, this may or may not be anything more than what it is right now. But what I can say is that the gratitude that we both have, and like really to just have that experience in that moment. And there was a moment that we were in the studio, we're looking at each other like, we don't deserve to be here. Like they should, like why do they know our songs? Like why are they playing our songs? And that
it is humbling, like you said a minute
ago.
It
was like,
it's just like it touches you as a writer. It can be emotional because I think these songs, they're like your baby.
They are our babies.
You like
it's our babies.
And you do get emotional about them, and you do want them to succeed. And you know, I've had other fellow songwriters say, I can't imagine anyone else performing my songs, and but I'm kind of the opposite. I can imagine anyone else performing mine. If it would touch someone's heart or get emotion like that, do it by all means. You know, that's why I feel like I write, is to put things positive out into the world. And I know, just from what I heard, oh my goodness,
I was a mess always.
I wish you all could come back here and do a little mini promotional. I don't know if we could, now that it's on film, maybe
we've committed.
Maybe I'll put them under the
now,
maybe, I don't know. But that would be spectacular.
Oh, it would mean a lot to
people,
us as well.
To let others know when it comes out. Okay, so we know what to expect in the future out of you two. Do we have, you were saying, one song release set for?
The 28th of October.
28th of October, and tell me the title of the album and the title of the song.
Sure. The title of the album is Teach Me, which is one of our songs that's on the album. And the single is Holding Horses. Yeah, so it's it feels surreal. Like it feels really surreal at this point.
If anyone else that's listening out here today, if they want to follow you all, they can go to the greenrumours.com, and it's RUMOURS.
Like the Fleetwood Mac album.
Yes.
Okay, I like the Fleetwood Mac album.com, and you can follow their music. Trust me, you will not be disappointed.
Thank you.
Is there anything else that I need to include about, as far as any projects or anything that maybe I missed talking about? Is this the big one?
This is the big
that's
one.
The horizon.
And I mean, other than like, Instagram and
Instagram.
Yeah, we do all the
Instagram,
socials, and that means a lot to us. Like we both watch, like we know who's following, who's commenting, and all the things. So anytime we follow like our things, that means the world to us. And
you all are hardworking musicians, just like myself, and just like Momma Molasses,
yes,
just like Ella. So I know that it's not hard to find any of us playing at any given time through the weekends in the Tri-Cities, because I feel like Jen and I, and even with Ella too, we feel bad because we can't go watch each other play. So tonight is a really treat for all of us because we're all here together. So, but I want you all to just, if there's any wonderful stories that you want to tell about your songs, please do. Make yourself welcome and at home here on the stage at the Bonnie K, and we're so excited.
Oh, Miss so good.
And we'll turn it over.
I do really want to quick say, because of the venue, that my daddy used to bring me here all the time growing up. I grew up in Elizabethton, and I remember this was split down the middle, and there were 2 movie theaters, and that was my daddy date. Like we would go like every other week, if not every week, to see a movie. And so this is really special to my heart.
It is. Well, and I think I mentioned the last time we did this show, this was the first theater that I saw a movie in, and this is the first one that I brought our son to see a movie in when he was
There used to be a chandelier in the
lobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
remember what movie you saw here?
There were so many. It was just like my dad time. You know,
Gotcha.
it was my dad time. And I won't ever forget that. And I told him that we were playing here tonight, and he almost got a little teary-eyed. Like it was like so he was really excited.
Well, I think that if you are from the area, that you do have that connection with this theater. But as I mentioned, when Mel and Rusty walked in, I said, you know, they're here supporting it, and they're not originally from here, but you know, it matters when others value this beautiful architecture and just I think community, the theater is part of it, but the community, like we're sharing here tonight, is so important to keep alive too. So it goes beyond the building too, doesn't it? It's the memories,
Yes,
it's the community and the experiences that you have here. And I know you all are in for a wonderful experience when the Green Rumours take stage. I'm going to get out of the way.
Thank you, Joey.
Thanks, Julie.
Okay, so this will be our first single coming out on the 28th. It's called Holding Horses. It's a song about loving someone and holding space and not be really sure if they're on the same page that you are. And yeah, it's just a love song, really, at the end of the day, a hopeful one. But yeah, Holding Horses is what it's called.
Slow it down, baby. It's moving too fast. That's what you told me night before last. And now I'm here wondering what I did wrong. Thinking that maybe you've been gone all along. Holding horses, biding time, hoping and praying that you're still mine, practicing patience, staying the course. But all I'm left holding is horses. Green in the saddle, a little unsure.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
So nice to have people listening. That's pretty rad. You know? We're usually playing bars and stuff.
Like so-
People are talking about what's going on during the day. And
That's what they do. So.
what do you think, Jen?
Oh, let's do.
See this night.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do all originals for you guys if that's fine. Sweet.
Support local. I need a local capo or something.
You need a local B string.
That is true. Huh?
Knows how to behave.
Okay. This song's called "This Night's Out of Hand." Well, I've wasted time on this heart of mine, waiting for you by the door. But you stole my love and you dug my grave, and I could only ask for more. Lonely nights filled with alcohol, I tried to wash your face away. Like a ghost, you haunted all my thoughts, and with a kiss you'll seal my fate. This night is out of hand, and I'm waiting for the dawn. We can't go on singing the same old song you've left before, but not for this long, never for this long, and I just can't keep holding on. Another cigarette slowly burns to ash, falls into a pile on the floor. I'd give everything that I've earned till now to have you in my arms once more. Lonely nights filled with alcohol, I couldn't wash your face away. There's no solace in an empty house. My life's been rearranged. Ooh. This night is out of hand, and I'm waiting for the dawn. We can't go on singing the same old song you've left before, but not for this long, never for this long, and I just can't keep holding on. This night is out of hand, and I'm waiting for the dawn. We can't go on singing the same old song you've left before, but not for this long, never for this long, and I just can't keep holding on.
Thank y'all so much.
I'm gonna yeet during your set.
It's gonna happen. You got
I
two
love you,
yeets.
Ella.
We love Ella. I guess we're gonna do the title track from our album. This is called "Teach Me." This is we were in a band together that we started together. We wrote a long time and did all the things, and then I bailed. Sorry.
Hold on.
and then we got back together. But this is the first song that came out of the duo writing together again. And we kind of had a moment of like, we need to be doing this. So this is called Teach Me.
Maybe.
Maybe, he says.
This B string's tricky, y'all, I'm telling you.
You got a rowdy B string.
Come on, B, behave.
I'll feel better tomorrow. I won't cry, I won't think of you. I won't be home in the evening. I'll go out, I'll have better things to do. Since you've been gone, I lie to myself to find some peace, to get some rest. But I'm calling tonight to ask you for help with the one thing that you do best. Hook, line, and sinker, it worked every time, but I just can't do it whenever I try. So do me a favor, since you set me free. Teach me to lie to me. I don't care who you're seeing. I won't ask, I don't want to know. And the company I'm keeping, yeah, it's not just for show. Since you've been gone, I'm drinking alone to hold back the tears, to help me hang on. But could you please help me convince me that I'm not too far gone? Hook, line, and sinker, it worked every time, but I just can't do it whenever I try. So do me a favor, since you set me free. Teach me to lie to me. If there's anything I need to be true, it's I'm over us, and I don't love you. Hook, line, and sinker, it worked every time, but I just can't do it whenever I try. So do me a favor, since you set me free. Teach me to lie to me. Lie to me. Teach me to lie to me.
Thank y'all so much for that.
About Shelby Street Blues.
Let's do it.
Yeah, this is my hometown song. I'm from up the street there in the seedy town of Bristol, where all the criminals come from. I'm not a criminal. At least my mom wouldn't say I'm a criminal anyway. But this is a song I wrote about criminals. About 1904 is the setting. I imagine over there near the train station, where Martin Luther King Boulevard is. It used to be called Front Street. That's where all the the motels and the ladies of ill repute would hang out, all the bars, etc. So that's kind of like the setting in my mind for this song. It's called Shelby Street Blues.
Sometimes he tells you it's a happy little song about murder, so you didn't get that.
One block from State Street, waiting here for you. Lord, please forgive me, got the Shelby Street Blues. Standing in Virginia, my head is hung down low. My heart's in Tennessee with a girl that I love, but she's took another man. Ooh, sight. And I'm plotting my revenge on Tennessee tonight. I'm gonna find out where he lays his head. Maybe down off Front Street or so it's been said. And I'll creep in real quiet by the dead of night. And I'll wake him up easy with the edge of my knife. One block from State Street, watching him and you. Lord, please forgive me, got the Shelby Street blues. I won't take his life, but damn, I'd like to. Lord, please forgive me, got the Shelby Street blues. Whoa. Under ear and him dripping with fear. I can see in his eyes that I've made my point clear. All of a sudden he rolled to the right. He made a quick move, and my knife slid in his neck. Oh, there was nothing I could do. One block from State Street and I'm wondering what to do. Lord, please forgive me, got the Shelby Street blues. Looks like I took his life and it's all because of you. Lord, please forgive me, got the Shelby Street blues. Whoa. Sitting in this jail on the Tennessee side. Turns out Tennessee got its revenge tonight. And your love was like a snare. It led me to my death. And a short trip to die is all that I got left. One block from State Street and I'm loving all of you. Lord, please forgive me, got the Shelby Street blues. Looks like my days here on earth are through. Lord, please forgive me, got the Shelby Street blues. Lord, please forgive me, got the Shelby Street blues. Lord, please forgive me, got the Shelby Street blues. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for that.
Love that Bristol.
Yeah, you gotta love the Bristol.
Except when the race comes to town.
Yeah.
We don't much care for it when the race comes to town.
And next year, it will be the race and Rhythm and Roots all at the same time, which I feel as though the two organizers of those events should have a sit down moment. Like, what?
It's going to be a great time.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be crowded. It's going to be
I'll be staying in Johnson City.
Yeah,
I'll probably come down to Jiggy
we'll
Ray's, get some pizza.
Yeah, we'll come right down here.
Head right on over to JC.
We will come right here. Right here. How do you feel about Back to Jack?
I hate that song.
Oh, okay, cool. He hates that song, so we're not going to do that song.
No, we'll play it, I guess.
Okay, cool. So sometimes a song is born, the evolution of songwriting is a very strange thing, right? We write together a lot. So when you got two people in the dynamic, it's a whole other thing. Sometimes we're sending sound bites to each other, listen to, we think about this, what do you think about this? We'll trade off and we add and support each other in that way. But this song, we went down to Nashville and we were recording and it was bare bones. We had some chords and lyrics and they just filled in all the things. And I will be honest and say that our vocals came in in that moment too. So when you guys hear the album, you'll know that song was pretty much born in Nashville. I feel like it just sort of it got birthed in Nashville. But this is about my boyfriend, Jack Daniels. We have like an on again, off again sort of thing. It's tumultuous, but yeah, it's called Back to Jack.
My old flame, all dressed in black, quietly whispers my name. Since you're gone, I feel that old pull and the promise to lessen the pain. The history between us is too much to ignore, but I hate him tomorrow when I wake up on the floor. And now here I am, wrapped in his arms, when I swore I'd never go back, but you forced my hand, made me believe his love was all that I lacked. I'm relighting this fire, I've gone back to try. Smooth like light, his kiss on my lips sets my body on fire. He ain't you, but God, how I missed the way he could make me feel higher. I'm knocked to my knees with that same old yearn, but I can't resist the seduction of the burn. And now here I am, wrapped in his arms, when I swore I'd never go back, but you forced my hand, made me believe his love was all that I lacked. I'm relighting this fire, I've gone back to Jack. I thought I was free,
I was free.
one kiss, one sip at a time. He still holds me,
He still holds me, and when
way past drawing the line. I've succumbed to his charms, there's no turning back. I'm relighting this fire, I've gone back to Jack. And now here I am, wrapped in his arms, but I swore I'd never go back. You forced my hand, made me believe his love was all that I lacked. I'm relighting this fire, I'm going back to Jack. Oh, I'm relighting this fire, I'm going back to Jack.
thank you.
Thank you all.
Let's do it.
Okay, so I said we were going to do all originals, but I feel like this is important.
And important.
It's important. It's important. So it's on our album. It's the only song that we didn't write on our album, but it was written by friends of ours in a band called Arlington Priest. And about 9 years ago, Arlington Priest played a benefit here at the Bonnie Kate to raise money for. So I felt like that was important to tell you guys. We were trying to raise money. It was before the city bought it, obviously, and all of that. It was sort of floundering and not a movie theater anymore. But they came in and we talked to them. But it was a special moment in my life too. It was actually the push that I needed to start singing So every time we sing this song, and it kind of feels like ours now, we've done it so much, and we talked to them, and they were like, absolutely put it on the album because they're not singing anymore. But yeah, they were all about it. So it's been a really, like, they've been good for our community. They've been good friends, and now they gave us their blessing to put this on the album. But the song is called Mexico. So you should check them out as well. But it will be coming out on our album too.
Down country roads with the lights turned out, seeing who'll be the first one to chicken out. Well, the long arms trying to make us stand. Baby, there's still enough time to get away. Well, the bright lights always called your name. Baby, I know that sound 'cause I heard the same. And I guess some girls we were born to run. I never knew your fate till I saw the gun. Oh, we gotta make it to Mexico. Oh, we gotta make it to Mexico. I know we gotta make it to Mexico. You had a great big mouth with a deadly aim. Even the preacher knew that you had no shame.
But I never dreamed that you would cross that line.
I only knew that I couldn't get left behind.
Oh, we gotta make it to Mexico.
Oh,
We gotta make it to Mexico.
I know
We gotta make it to Mexico.
El Paso's only a mile away. We'll be drinking margaritas by the light of day. But I don't think I'm gonna make it all the way. I'm out of time. Well, hush now, baby, don't you cry. It was a long shot, yeah, but we had to try. And the wound I carry will never mend. So get a move on now, 'cause they're closing in. I know
We gotta make it to Mexico.
Oh,
We gotta make it to Mexico.
I know
We gotta make it to Mexico.
Make it for me, yeah. Make it for me, yeah, yeah. Make it for
Short
me.
all things suffer for the words we say. Short all things suffer for the words we say. How's about that note on the end? My goodness. She almost made me pass out. I'm so glad I can breathe during that part, you know?
You breathe for me in that part.
All right, boss, what's next?
Julie, how much time do we have? One more?
Uno más.
What do you think?
Let's do Diesel's song.
Okay.
Sure.
Or what?
All right.
So, I feel like this is a story that always connects to multiple people because you never know the struggles that people go through in their day-to-day lives. But I had a very dear friend who I lost to suicide about 8 years ago. And I kept having these recurring dreams after the fact where I could hear him call my name and I just couldn't get there. Like I just couldn't get there in time. And so this song, the lyrics of the song, the melody of the song was born out of that. So I never know who this is gonna touch in the audience, but I feel like everyone's had a little bit of experience with that. But this is called Where You Are Tonight. It will also be on the album. So this is for Diesel.
The stars are bright on this porch tonight. Willow silhouettes dancing in the light. I see your face in that old August moon, and hear your laughter breezing through. Swear I heard you call my name, but you're 1,000 miles away, and everything's changed, but those stars are still the same. And I wonder where you are tonight. I hear that song on my own radio, a whispered memory, soft and low. The words they sound like the story of us, coming through the static bars. Swear I heard you call my name, but you're 1,000 miles away, and everything's changed, but that song is still the same. And I wonder where you are tonight. I know you had reasons why you had to go, but if you could see me now, broken and alone, I wonder would it change your mind? Would you have changed your mind? Swear I heard you call my name, but you're 1,000 miles away, and everything's changed, but those stars are still the same. And I wonder where you are tonight. Everything's changed, but that song is still the same. And I wonder where you are tonight.
And that was for old Diesel. Thank you guys
all.
tremendously.
It's been so much fun.
Certainly
Thanks
appreciate
for
it.
having us and listening.
I would just again like to thank the Green Rumours. Wow, did you all enjoy that performance? Yes, yes, I know. So we're back, and we are with Ella Patrick, aka Momma Molasses. And you all are in for a treat with this girl too. We met through, of course, music, same kind of as with Jen, but I've known you quite a bit longer than Jen, just because of the project that kind of brought us together. It was the 1927 Jubilee. They were doing a 90th anniversary project to those first recordings. So she and I were both auditioned, and we met through well, I'll tell you exactly how we met. She was in the studio recording, and she was finishing
I remember
up.
this.
And we didn't even talk about this earlier. This
That's
is on the
funny.
spot. So we were coming into the studio, and she had finished up, getting ready to leave, and she actually walked out of the studio. My husband and son were in our van, and she said, "Can you help me get my car turned around here?" So Gabe actually ended up moving her car that day when we met, but we friended each other on Facebook and kind of just got close and through that project. And
It was up on the side of a mountain, in my defense.
yeah, it was it was a bad driveway.
Yeah.
But we met through that, and we kind of we have a sick sense of humor, I feel like, and we just kind of get each other's silliness and quirkiness. And but through music, I feel like we have collaborated several times, and Ella's called me a couple times to come and help her on a few other shows where she's needed a fiddle player or whatever. We just kind of are a good support system for each other as far as musicians and songwriters go. So, and she's been a wealth of information. I've had to pick her mind over different
try.
processes, and you've been really good to help me.
I know nothing, but I try.
She does know things too. And so Ella is not from the Tri-Cities area. She is actually from North Carolina. Tell us a little bit about where you're from and kind of the beginnings of you wanting to move to this area, if you don't care.
So I'm from Moore County, North Carolina, which is about an hour and change south of Raleigh. It's about an hour from everywhere. I like to say it's an hour from Greensboro and an hour from Fayetteville, which Gabe used to live there, which when we originally met, we kind of bonded over that. So it's a small town. It's called Carthage, and my family has lived there 215 years, something like that. So I ended up in the mountains going to school. I went to school at Warren Wilson College, which is near Asheville, and I studied art. I have a very useful art degree, fine art. And I also got to go through their old time and bluegrass program, which just recently became a major there. So I sort of knew of Johnson City through being in bluegrass band, because they would come and play at Warren Wilson, and we would come over the mountain and play here. Yeah. And I'd started kind of playing out a bunch and ended up in Johnson City, and I was like, man, this feels a lot more like home to me than Asheville. I love Asheville, but it's very like city-fied, you know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I ended up over the mountain. And I found out about the Birthplace of Country Music Museum, and I was really interested in that and kind of expanding my studies on traditional folk music and Appalachian music. And I was telling Julie, my family are Highland Scotch, so I grew up kind of with the old Scottish ballads and stuff as a child. But yeah, that's how I ended up here, was just that interest. And I've been volunteering for the Birthplace Museum for about a year now. So.
And you also, I'll go ahead and sneak this in. I'll plug your radio spot. Ella is also, she hosts an hour-long segment called Folk Yeah on Radio Bristol, and that's every Wednesday from 2 to 3. And I was telling her earlier, I said, we can't pick this up like on our radio, but you can go to www.listenradiobristol.org, and you download their app there, and you're available to listen to all the programming that goes on there. So I know yours, I'll plug JP Parsons, so if he watches,
Yeah,
he's got a slot
Appalachian
too.
Travels on
Yeah,
Fridays.
it's on Friday.
Is it 4 to 5? Something like that?
I think so.
It's
It's an
amazing.
afternoon like yours is.
And also, if y'all go online to listenradiobristol.org, you can look up an archive of all the special programming. There's several special programs, and they're all amazing. And JP Parsons is one of them.
And Moose Roberts, actually, I
Yep.
mean, through us and knowing mutual friends, we know that's quite a few of them that host their own shows there. So, but hers is awesome. It is what it says, folk. So, tell us a little bit about the song selection. I know Gene Ritchie type.
Yeah,
some of
totally.
her stuff is on there. I've heard you.
So with the program, I was interested. I was raised by folks that lived through the 1960s. So I grew up with a lot of folk revival type music, Kingston Trio, Peter, Paul and Mary, that sort of thing. And when I was in school, I started to realize how interconnected Appalachian folk music was with the folk music revival. That's actually what created it, is folk music that came from the South. And actually the town that I'm from, this is hearsay, I don't know if this is true, but Peggy Seeger came there and did a concert. There's a place there called the Rooster's Wife, and someone told me that she said the first town that her family came to, they were interested in collecting old ballads and all those things, was Carthage, where I'm from. And so they collected a lot of old ballads from that area. So that's always been a thing for me, is kind of the old southeastern tradition of folk music, ballad singing, and all of those things, and connecting that now to folk music, both in the 1960s and the folk music revival, and what's happening now with the Birthplace Museum and what we call Americana music, which is a very broad umbrella term. But there's a lot of young people that are becoming reintroduced to old time and bluegrass music, and yeah, so that's what I wanted to do.
I think that Americana is so broad that I would probably classify all my friends as I could put them in Americana, including myself. And people, it's hard to describe. I feel like that myself, Jen, and you, I could put us all there.
Yeah, for sure.
But when these folks hear you in just a minute, the spectrum of all of us is broad within that category. I feel
For
like.
sure.
And that's why I thought that you would be a perfect fit for tonight as well, because you will bring in a total different element to this. And I want to talk. I've got some other points here that I want to bring out, but I want to something that you and I really didn't talk about, and I can't believe I missed this when we were chatting earlier, is your finger style, your picking. You folks are going to be blown away in just a minute with her
I don't know
style.
about all that.
So, how did you come to that specific style of picking? I know one is it's kind of your own individual.
Totally.
Yes, but there's other elements that are going on there. So you had a fundamental for that, right?
So where I grew up in North Carolina, Piedmont blues is a very big thing, and y'all may be familiar with James Taylor. I'm sure you are, and he was very influenced, I think, I've never heard him say this, but by the Piedmont blues picking style, which it's a type of music, blues music, that predates, from what I understand, Delta blues. And it's normally done with only 2 fingers, I think. So I grew up across the street from a blues musician, so I think that I picked up on some of that. And then later, when I was in college, I learned a lot of Elizabeth Cotton tunes, if y'all are familiar with her. She's a very famous folk artist from North Carolina. So I feel like it's a merge of that, and
With your own.
with my own, and also with a lot of like Merle Travis and kind of the more bluegrassy Appalachian style. So it's a lot, and I love Doc Watson too. I mean, he didn't play fingerstyle, but I feel like a lot of the times the way that he played kind of mimicked that fingerstyle. And I've actually met a lot of North Carolina musicians, not saying it's a North Carolina thing, but that finger pick. So it seems to be a
kind
thing.
of their sound. Well,
Yeah.
and that's another reason why I thought that folks here in East Tennessee would enjoy showcasing you, because it's not something that you're typically going to hear here in this area.
Interesting.
So I think that you're unique to here. But I love you, and I'm glad you're staying in this area. I'm glad
you.
you're calling this
I'm
home
glad to
now.
be here.
I know. So let's talk about your future upcoming projects. And Ella's also on Spotify. To follow her on there means that you'll get updated when you do upload music, and it'll kind of keep you updated. She's also on Facebook and Instagram, all the outlets, the media outlets. If you want to follow her, I think you should. It amazes me sometimes just to see her schedule and how busy it is. It's a lot.
Trying.
So future projects, you're going to be working on a new album this winter. That's when we like to sneak into the studio, isn't it?
Yep.
So
Gonna try.
she's got, it'll be all original tunes as well, just like your first album. And she did mention also that she ran completely out of her albums at her last show at the Gray Eagle in Asheville, which to me, that was kind of like my proud mama moment for you, is when she said, I play the Gray Eagle. That's a big accomplishment. So I'm super proud of you for getting that opportunity and But Ella also tours with a couple of other wonderful musicians from our area, one being Cameron Ragsdale. He is excellent. He's playing upright bass with you, and
he's an alumni of the ETSU Bluegrass program.
Yes, and he's a wonderful musician. And John Snyder, aka Scabo, he plays with her as well, like a lap steel. And is that it, or does he kind of fill in?
He plays lap steel generally, and I should also say that in the past he's designed lap steels for Morel's music. So
he teaches as well there too.
He teaches as well, and a lot of folks don't know, but Morel's in Bristol has been making lap steels, and they actually have a huge chunk of the market in lap steel making, because a lot of people quit making them. They predate pedal steel, so it's sort of a cross of the Hawaiian guitar.
It is.
And the pedal steel that they used to use. Hank Williams Sr., his albums have lap steel on it, stuff like that.
Yeah, it's interesting. So if you get a chance, she's great tonight, but if you get a chance to see her with addition of Cam and Scabo, that makes for a great sound too. It's a very, like you said, like an older country sound when it's all put together, and which I love. Is there any upcoming shows with them that you would like to announce, or with yourself?
Actually be in Boone this Friday at Ransom Cafe. We're playing, I believe it's 5:30 to 7:30. And we're also going to be doing a special Halloween concert at Old Hampton Store out in Linville, North Carolina. We're calling it the Spooky Serenade.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And we love playing weird minor key songs, but we don't always play those out because sometimes it creeps people out. But if you're not doing anything on Halloween, that would be a great thing to do. They have a really beautiful outdoor space, and the Old Hampton Store is kind of like a general store that's been remade. It's very beautiful.
Yeah. It is. And again, is there anything else that I need to mention, or have I covered about everything, like upcoming events and all that?
I think that's all the things. I hope I describe my finger picking style. I really don't know how to talk about those
You're hard to
things.
describe.
I don't know how to talk about my music.
I don't either.
But
it's kind of just
Thank you
needs to, you think it just needs to speak for itself?
who knows?
Yes, Jen, it's
The
got to
art
be Jen out
needs to
there.
speak for itself.
And again, I would love to say thank you for wanting to donate all of your proceeds from tonight, your shirts and any tips or anything that you make back into the Bonnie Cake. That's so sweet.
Of course, and I wanted to say too, I'm really sorry that I don't have CDs. I normally do, but if any of y'all want to purchase music digitally, if you just make a purchase and you donate that, we'll give it to the Bonnie Kate, and if you give me your email, I'll send you a digital copy of the songs.
That's neat. That's nice. And I'm sure if they want a CD, they can see you after the show and you can get their information. And I bet you'll make sure they get it right.
Yeah, but we're going to donate everything to the Bonnie Kate. So
that's awesome. Well, I'm not going to keep these folks waiting anymore.
Awesome.
I'm not going to keep myself waiting. I can't wait for this. I love to watch this girl perform. So welcome Momma Molasses here to the Bonnie Cake for the first time.
Thank you.
In the bars, the crowds are waiting to be seen. It was easy to get lost in that town of hopeless dreams. So I went out to the highway, started walking in the dark.
have a fake like tooth that tingles, so if I sing right up on the mic, it starts tingling. And the other day, a tingle tooth, I was playing out in a farm. People want you to eat mics, and I just can't do it. And it was really hot, and there was a generator that was ungrounded, okay? And I was sweating so bad that I couldn't keep my eyes open because there was sweat coming into my eyeballs. And my tingle tooth got shocked on the microphone. It was crazy. Let's see, check. Can you give me a little more? Yeah, keep giving it to me. There we go. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Thank you. Alrighty, I wrote this song a while ago. I used to be a craft enthusiast before I was a songwriter, and I had a van named Janice, and I would write songs in her. And this is one of the songs I wrote. It's called Swingin' Double Time.
I don't know why, but the gears in my mind are grinding a little bit too tight. I was hanging by a fingernail, but I fell in the night, and I can't get back right. And it was so hard to believe that I was laying there beside you. I didn't want one thing. Suddenly I was swinging double time. I was knocking down that window, leaving you behind. And wishing wells didn't give me much of nothing but a little old sad song, just in time to see me go. Hit the pavement so hard that I really couldn't see straight, and through those days it was clear you staring just knocked me down one last time. And suddenly I was swinging double time. I was knocking down that window, leaving you behind. So take me up to the mountainside, let me cry all I won't, say it'll be alright. Though you were calling night and day, said I won't allow to leave even if the sky had fallen. That afternoon I walked alone, and I wanted you beside me even though I knew it was wrong. And suddenly I was swinging double time. I was knocking down that window, leaving you behind.
not easy. And I want to attempt to sing this song to y'all. I don't sing it very much, but since y'all have to listen to me, I'm going to sing it for you. I wrote this song in the car, which I do a lot, and it's called The Rambling Kind.
Well, now that you're gone, for the second time, you said you'd be home. You guess I was a lie. Where you fool everyone that you ever did know. If it meant that you got one more show. You're the rambling kind. And I don't know why you got such a troubled mind. But I guess I'll be who stays. Open all your rambling time. You come home to me. When you're driving along down Highway 64, do you think that you'll find something more than all that can be seen through desolate eyes? Are reasons to be unsatisfied. Ooh, baby, I think you're the rambling kind. And I don't know why you got such a troubled mind. But I guess I'll be the fool who stays. Open all your rambling spine. You come home to me. Trying to do my best. My blues, ooh, baby, I think you're the rambling kind. Such a troubled mind. But I guess I'll be the fool who stays. Over all your rambling stone. You come home to me.
All right, this is. This is a traveling song. It's called "Take Me to the Country."
Spend half a life a living, half a life in vain. Ain't trying to get forgiven, just trying to stay sane. And the hours will surround me when I'm out there in the cold. I'm alright with moving on, dear. I'm alright with getting old. Take me to the country, take me to the town, take me just about any place, learn how to get around. Take me to the city, put me out on the street, wander around like a big old dog. I find something good to eat. Half of me is waiting, the other half is gone. Ain't trying to be a hero, babe, just trying to write a song. And the songs, they will surround me when there's nowhere else to turn. I'm used to being lonely, used to getting burned. Take me to the country, take me to the town, take me just about any place, learn how to get it right. Take me to the city, put me out on the street, I wander around like a stubborn mule, but I'll find is dead. Ain't trying to be a martyr, babe, just trying to get to bed. And the dreams, they will surround me and show me who I am. It seems that I'm a stranger, honey, in a far and distant land. Take me to the country, take me to the town, take me just about any place, learn how to get around. Take me to the city, put me out on the street, wander around like a drunken fool, but I'll land back on my feet. Alrighty, this is a song I wrote. I wanted to write kind of a murder ballady song. It's called The Ballad of Fussin' and Fightin'. When the ground was bitter cold, now one flower had blossomed when I lost my happy home. The arms that used to hold me strangled like a vice. Though I loved so truly and had vowed to be a wife, it started out so nice. When we first courted, it seemed like paradise. But fussing and fighting is an evil losing game. I see him in my dreams still, though I don't speak his name. Now all of you young fellas who sing the songs you like, one of pretty Polly whose lover took her life, I bet you change your tune if you were on the wrong end of a gun, like many a poor maiden who are forced out on the run. Now up upon these mountains cries out to him, though I know it is a sin.
So I'm trying to record a new album. We'll see if it happens, when it happens. But I think that this song will be on it. And I wrote it for all the weird girls in the South and in other rural areas where you just don't fit in sometimes, especially when you show up at church functions with the wrong attire on, which I was always really good at doing. It's called Never Been a Dixie Queen. Never been a Dixie queen. Never been called a pretty thing. Still ain't got no wedding ring. But I'm learning to love myself. Won't find me with no highs on, trying to be like someone else. I'll be barefoot cutting up, yelling from the trees, trying just to raise some hell. Everybody's got a black pants and pearls on, dressed in their Sunday best. Except for me, I show up loud dressed and rubbed up, looking like a big hot mess. Never been a Dixie queen, never been called a pretty thing. I still ain't got no wedding ring, but I'm learning to love myself. Won't find me at a debutante, hair done up, trying to look hot, be at a real deal, feel good, hockey talk. Ain't nothing you can do for this rebellious heart. Everybody's watching and nobody's dancing, everybody but me. I'm spinning like a fool, but it feels so cool, trying to get free. Never been a Dixie queen, never been called a pretty thing. I still ain't got no wedding ring, but I'm learning to love myself. Won't find me at a country club, putting on the green or getting a back rub. I'll be running through the fields about the time the full moon comes. Lord, I can't even help myself. Everybody's trying to keep up with the Joneses, everybody but me. I stick out like a sore thumb, but Lordy, I'm having fun. Ain't nothing the matter with me. Never been a Dixie queen, never been called a pretty thing. I still ain't got no wedding ring, but I'm learning to love myself. Never been a Dixie queen, never been called a pretty thing. I still ain't got no wedding ring, but I'm learning to love, learning to love, learning to love myself. one more for y'all anyways. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting the Bonnie Kate, and I hope that y'all will donate some monies, buy a t-shirt, or just talk to me if you want to. Alrighty, this is a song that I wrote for my family. They were subsistence farmers during the Great Depression, like a lot of people's families were, and they lived through a lot doing that. And I've always been interested in what their life was like, because they were primitive Baptist and they lived in a rural area in North Carolina. So I sort of wrote this song about that, and also about this nostalgia that a lot of us feel for the past, even though we know the past was probably worse than now. It was worse than now in a lot of ways. But yeah, just sort of ruminating on that, and when was the perfect time to be a human.
Bring me back to when the world was young, before the garden fell. No need for clothes or looking down your nose, back when all was well. I'd greet the day like a newborn baby with a giggle and a smile. Have no need for hanging on to this destructive lifestyle. Bring me back, bring me back. I need a second chance. Bring me back, bring me back. You can't know at first glance. Say hindsight is 20/20. I was meant for a different century when a soul could be free. I went out to the old graveyard up near Yanceyville. Saw the church my great-grandpa built. It set up on the hill. Some people say he was a simple man. He liked working in the dirt. I wish that I could live like him, knew the satisfaction of honest work. Bring me back, bring me back. I wanna plow the red dirt clay. Bring me back, living in a natural way. My mama used to tell me stories about that little church, how the people there only use their voices to lift up the word. Said there's freedom in the songs they sing, freedom in the notes that ring. Beyond this world, I'm strumming on these guitar strings, trying to make sense of things. I wanna reach some honest grace. Bring me back to another time and place. television is all that I can see. And all there is a competition between you and me. Wish that I was genuine. Wish that I was free of the thing that binds me to this time that ain't where I'm supposed to be. Bring me back. I wanna be close to the earth. Bring me back. Bring me back. I wanna forget this hurt. Say undecided is 2020. Now that I can see, I was meant for a different century when a soul could be free.
Thank you so much.
Well, to close tonight out, can we please get another round of applause for the Green Rumours and for Momma Molasses here? Wow. I hope I talked them up to where you all were still a little bit shocked when you heard this one sing, especially Melanie said, that I wasn't expecting that out of her. I said, I know, right? And me and Jason were talking. He was like, I don't know how to describe her finger picking either. So we don't know what to. We do love you though. We had a fabulous night.
Oh, thank you so much for having me here.
And thanks for coming to our second show here at the Bonnie Cates, Friday the 8th of November. It's going to be a tribute to veterans, so that one will be a very special one. That's going to be hosted by Christopher Long. He's also a singer-songwriter from the Tri-Cities area, and he's sweet. He's a good one too. So if you can make it back out for that, Scott Wilde is going to be performing. So I feel like I was so blessed tonight having these girls here with us, and Jason and Gabe. I'll throw them in there too. Y'all are used to taking the back seat, aren't you? But we've had a wonderful night, and we hope that you all have enjoyed this entertainment, and spread the word. Tell your friends, tell people about it. What's trying to be taking place here at the Bonnie Kate, as Jen was sharing with us. It's so special here to so many different people, and my son's sitting back here in the back. He'll probably kill me later for calling him out on this, but his first movie was here too, and so it's a generational thing. We would love to see this place restored and for it to be here for many generations to come. So when there's events here, come out and support it. I promise you won't be disappointed, especially where Tom and Karen's involved with filtering through the entertainment and things that's going on here. So if you can come back out and support, we always love supporting the arts, but give Tom and Karen an extra hand, and all the volunteers here tonight that were working concessions, and lots of efforts are coming in from all different sides, but we've had a wonderful night. I can't wait to see this one mixed. I can't wait to see this. If you want for us to email you so you'll know when this is out.
If you search the Bonnie Kate YouTube Bonnie Kate Showcase, you'll find it.
YouTube Bonnie Kate Showcase. You'll find it. So keep on the lookout for that. When it is out, share it, like it. Get the word out for us. So, but we've had a wonderful evening. Thank you all again for coming out, and we look forward to doing many more of these shows in the future. So thank you all.
Sometimes I feel like I'm moving on, round and round, gypsy soul. I ain't got nowhere to go. I wanna head down the road I know I've never crossed.